And I'm Nala.
And this is Liberate Yo Mind. Our mission is to give you ideas and or advice on the world, the experience you have in the world, and how you think and feel.
So you can contact us or find us on Instagram at liberate_yo, YO_mind, and also on Facebook and YouTube, and soon on Anchor at Liberate Yo Mind.
About us, we were born in the late 1980s. We were told when we were little to go to school, to get a good education, to get a good job so you can have a good life. Well, we learned the hard way that
lie.
Indeed.
Big lie.
Slaving for somebody else is not a good life. So they told you go to school because they set you up in the prison system and slave how you pre-learn programming, how you pre-learn how to be a slave. Then you go to work and slave for how many 40, 30 plus years until you can get a 401k. And then after you finish all of that, you can have a good life.
If you don't
you're supposed to, exactly. You're supposed to have a good life from day one, like every day, because tomorrow is not promised to no one. Every day is supposed to be a good life, not just. And then who is them to decide to say that, oh, your good life is going to come from your good edge? You can be not go to school at all and be the smartest person in the world.
You are.
You can be anybody who you want to be because you create who you are.
Exactly.
And that's what we're trying to get to. Like, don't stop listening to everybody and all the naysayers and who says what's good for you and what's not good for you. Go by off of what you want, you feel. Be aware of yourself and yourself alone. We learned that your life is about what you create. And nobody can tell you what to create. What you create is only about your experiences that you have in your life. We Googled, or I Googled, what you use?
I use my faith.
Okay. So
kind of a mixture of Google and that, but like Google uses words that I don't use anymore or even agree with. So I
Googled her life experiences for her creations.
Okay. Yes.
So we're going to start off our conversation with liberation. Liberation is the act of setting someone free. So, are you free?
I'm free. But how did I get free?
Yes.
That's the thing.
Free from what?
Exactly. That's the thing. So what's blocking your mind? What's blocking you even physically? Like, is it I'm living my life per what you think? Or what my child, if you have a child, thinks? Or what my mama think? Or other people that influence you? Are you living by that? Like how you was raised or reared or whatever, like people telling you how to live or how to be. Are you living by that? Or are you choosing how you want to live? That's what I think is the difference, the biggest difference. What you think? Are you free?
Of course I'm free.
What makes you free?
What makes me free? My mind has always been free.
No,
because can't nobody tell me shit. Not even mama and daddy. Sorry, love you, but y'all know me. I have always been that way. What they say, beating my own drum. Yes, I have always been that person that way. So I've always been free, and I always thought different from everybody else, and it was weird to me growing up.
Yeah, because you could tell everybody else wasn't free. Like, I don't understand that.
Even like stereotypes or falling into the in crowd, or you got to be a part of this group or that group. I didn't give a care about none of that.
Nothing.
So I have always been free-minded.
That's good. Congratulations. Everybody ain't able.
I know. That's why.
But now, we got y'all.
Exactly. This is why we're doing Liberate Your Mind, so everybody else can get on the same page.
Yes, your own way.
Yep.
So my definition is the act of release. even with that, releasing what? I feel like approval addiction or your ego. Your ego is supposed to control, I'm hungry, I'm sleepy, time to get up. Like those basic needs. I have to use the restroom. Like those basic needs, but we let our egos take over our whole lives where it's controlling what we eat, what time we eat, what, like all the decisions that you need to be making on your own. If you're not hungry, then you don't eat. Like, but my ego be telling me I'm hungry 24/9. So that's the thing. It's like, what are you releasing? I'm releasing the control that society or other people have over me, and I'm controlling my own life and every actions, everything that goes with it. If you don't create it, then somebody gonna create it for you, and then you need to liberate your mind.
You control everything about you.
You should.
Nobody else. That's why we say it's about what you create.
Mm-hmm.
You create it, not nobody else. Can't nobody tell you how your house is supposed to be.
Exactly.
You is your house. Exactly. Like, how you gonna, okay, you up in the system of going to work and doing whatever, but when you do your own time, because we're realistic, we know money make the world go round.
Okay.
But what you do with your own free time and how much free time you have in a day, you control all of it.
All of it. Exactly.
Like, you control what you do for work. Like, you control all of it. So you create it.
Exactly.
If you're unhappy, if you're feeling sad or mad about certain situations, you get yourself up out of it. Free yourself. Liberate yourself from your situations and issues, your problems, them family members or friends or so-called friends
or yourself.
Or yourself.
So the second word we wanted to define today is mind, because of course our podcast is called Liberate Yo Mind. So mind, I have state of awareness beyond the terrestrial environment. I feel like anything tangible or physical that you can touch is what you feel like, oh, I'm aware of the car, I'm aware of the dog, I'm aware of things that are physical and tangible. There's a world beyond that. That's the metaphysical, is what we are supposed to really identify as, in my opinion, is metaphysical. So the celestial world and realm of it, where your mind lives, like your brain and your mind are not the same thing. Your brain is that tangible or physical thing that's a part of your flesh, your physicality. But your mind is up in the ethos with God and the consciousness and all of that, if that makes sense. But and that's how I look at it. What you think?
I'm just gonna ask a question.
Okay. I like questions.
I'm like, so what you mean by the mind and the brain is different?
Oh, it's two different things. Yeah.
Like, go more detailed into that.
I feel like,
because everybody think, oh, my brain.
No, your mind controls your brain. A lot of times people think your brain is controlling your body. It is, but it's coming from the celestial first, the connection to consciousness or God, to your mind, down to your physicality. Because of, if you know about like dimensions, so we physically are on the fifth dimension, or fifth, or we might be in another dimension. But the last one is supposed to be physicality. So if you start from the top down, then you're getting your mind and the celestial, like the things you cannot see, like your spirit. We are supposed to be more spirit than we are physicality, believe it or not.
So you say nothing about the third eye?
I mean, you could add. What you think about the third eye? What is that? How do you correlate the third eye and the mind?
The third eye is your mind. Mm-hmm. It is the awareness.
It's really your first mind. Your first eye.
They call it the third, but it's the only one.
Exactly. These two oils is physicality. Exactly.
Okay, so the Google definition of mind was the element of a person that enables them to be aware of the world, experience, to think, and feel. How are you aware? Because some people may, like how she was the first eye or the third eye, however you want to say it. but you feel certain things. Like you can feel somebody touch you before they actually touch your physical person. That is because your mind is aware. Like you have more than just up in your head or what you think. You have the feeling is being aware of.
Exactly. So it's more like when you start talking about intuition or you start talking about feeling, you know, you're getting more into, excuse me, the way that you think comes into the way that you feel, and then you act in the physicality, in the physical. So that's what I think is the difference. But I like that. That was a good question. What about your third eye or your first eye?
Let's go into what we are here about, and that is the liberation of the mind. Ideas and advice to help you understand what matters. And that's what matters to you. Because what matters to me doesn't matter to her. What matters to her doesn't matter to what matters to us don't matter to y'all. So it's about what matters to ideas and advice to help us understand what matters to us for ourselves. So, liberation of the mind, we're here to give you ideas and advice to help you understand and to better understand yourself, to better understand the world, the environment you're in, and how you can free yourself from those situations.
From the physicality.
So you can be a better you, the happier you, the you want to be.
Exactly. Yourself and what you want to feel and think. Or, like I said, the act of releasing yourself from other people's approval or what they think about you, how they feel about you, or who they want you to be. Like your parents, your peers, your teachers, whomever else you can think of, even your children. If you have children, everyone wants you to be a certain way, and you have to release the ideal that other people have of you and create your own ideal of yourself. My definition, the act of releasing the mind from all bondage. So as I mentioned before, approval addiction, I think corporate ego, I know I did say the ego, but to be bound up by somebody else's ideal of you instead of having your own mind and knowing who you are or who I am and being connected with the I am to even know that. So I'm not taking any advice from you and taking it wholeheartedly to be like, okay, I can calculate it to like, okay, that's good advice, you know, like that's good advice or that's your opinion, but I'm not taking it to heart and like, okay, I'm gonna do exactly what you said to the T. Like, what did you say? Like, write it down. No, I need to do whatever it is that's functional for me, and I need to release my mind from any bondage that says like, oh, my mother knows best for what's right for me.
Some examples of you gonna grow up to be whatever said your mama and your daddy. You gonna do this and that said whoever.
Even down to like arranged marriages. I had like in my childhood was like, oh, that's gonna be your husband. Like, I don't even like that boy. Like, I just want to be a kid. You know,
or people you gonna be a singer or a dancer when you grow up.
Careers,
like
schools, even sports.
So many people have so many ideas about your own life, and you somehow interpret it and you go that path. Is that really what you want?
Nope.
Is that really what you need?
Nope.
Like, so many people don't get the privilege that I had because I've always been a free spirit, a free-minded. I have always been liberated of my mind. Mom and dad know that. Sorry, I was a not listening well child, but I've always decided what I want, and I want everybody else to do the same. Like, growing up, it was weird for me to even like, why are you listening to so many call you so many different stereotypes, or why are you even listening to other people?
Like, people try to put you in a box to make it seem like, well, this is how you should be. This is how you should act. This is what you should wear. This is what you should aspire to be.
You a good girl.
Yeah, or whatever. Like,
you create you. Yes. You create you.
Yes.
Nobody else can create you. And we want to open up your mind and think about how you want to create yourself.
How do you want to be?
Like,
who are you?
first off, I wake up in the morning and get dressed. I create a whole new me every day.
Every day.
Like, I don't know who I'm going to be today. Let me feel that. Let me be me.
Like hair, makeup, clothes, fit, everything. This is like, wait, I can create and recreate myself at will. That is the joy of it all. If it didn't work yesterday, let's do something else.
I'm like, if it didn't work 10 seconds ago, let's do something else. Like, however you feel about it, if you feel joy into it, if it brings you good energies, if it brings you anything that is great or what you perceive is great, because some other people don't perceive that as great. It's about what you feel and what you want. Is your experiences
in your mind.
So when we say we want to liberate your mind, we are trying to set your mind free, or the way you think, or how you feel, and your awareness of everything that you do. We're trying to make you more aware of and more open. So that's literally setting your mind free to be aware of yourself.
Yes, and feel free or even feel happy, or what you feel will make you, like I say, like make you live your best lit life. Like if it's not lit, it's not happening. It shouldn't be happening. Like if you're not content with the now and what's functional, should we say, for you, like what works for you may not work for nobody else. I think we said that as well. So you have to figure out what that even is, and go through those trials or tribs or whatever, to even gain that access to your own mind, to know what you want to get rid of, what's not functional, what no longer serves you, what no longer works.
Only you. Like, we're trying to dig out. Whoever listen and watch, thank you. Mm-hmm. Thank you. Please subscribe and follow, like, and share.
Yes.
Because we're trying to liberate everybody's mind, not just
help you.
Right. We're
you got to do the work.
Exactly. We're trying to give you
the tools,
ideas and advice on how to do that and how to set yourself free. And if you just continue to watch Liberate Your Mind, you will be liberated. I promise you that.
Our special message is that you liberate your mind. And we're here to give you ideals and or advice to help you understand what matters to you, as we just stated. And
you can find us on Instagram at liberate_yo _mind, and on Facebook and YouTube at Liberate Yo Mind. And we're going to also come in soon to Anchor and the many platforms that Anchor has. So we're going to be basically blasted everywhere. So
catch us outside.
Boo-boo, we here. We come to liberate you. Your mind on the way you think and feel. Exactly. Come on now. We trying to get it done.
Y'all ready?
come join the bandwagon. Like, subscribe, and share.
Follow and share. Yes, sir, ma'am, everybody. Bring the kids too.
Everybody.
Yes, because could you imagine getting this when we was kids?
Because they told us all lies from growing up. All lies. So go slave for somebody else. Do this for somebody else.
And that's what
and not for don't even think about yourself.
Put yourself last. Oh my God.
Don't even think about yourself. Like, bro, this is my life and I'm gonna live it for me and for mine. Like, that's it. That's all I can do is live my life, because when I'm dead, who gonna live my life? Nobody. It's gone.
It's gone. They late in the dollar shop.
2 shop. Like, oh, you need 2 cents. The 2 cents, they tell you, we don't need your 2 cents.
Yeah.
Find your 2 cents.
It's more than 2 cents, actually.
Baby.
But yeah.
all the issues, all of it will be taken care of once you start doing for you.
Self first. Put yourself
that's
first.
Why you
can pour out.
Catch our next episode with Find Your True Self.
Your true self.
So, again, this is Liberate Your Mind. See you in episode number 2.